Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking on behalf of the Cafe Amino and Gex42. I welcome you to another video of Starship Showdown. And with me today I have part 2 of this episode. The first part, of course, we tested out the brilliant and wonderful NN6 Uafucus, which was my old shuttle since Atlas Rises. And we had just now gotten a hold of our test vehicle here, the wonderful Ezakitac JD-5. Now, in a previous comparison here of this vehicle, I got the B-Class 27 variant, but the fine boys and girls at Korgeki Builders Union decided to give us a full 28.8 ship design here, and we are ready to go for an even more fair comparison than before. Now, the Ezakitac JD-5 is a shuttle, A-Class 28 cargo, 8 tech slots, valued at 5.5 million units, versus the NN6 Uafucus, which is a shuttle, A-Class 28 cargo, 8 tech. Again, 5.5 million on each. So you're gonna have to pay, obviously, a little bit more, of course, to get your money's worth, but this ship here is worth it. Let's do an overhead like I did in the last video. The Uafucus kind of has an interesting blue and orange hue to it versus the red and white of the Uafucus. But I'm going to call this ship the GU Cruiser, or the Goose Cruiser, which I think actually is a pretty nice name to it for Gex United, seeing this is in the beautiful Allo system on planet Random 42 SE. Now, as you see, the back engines are very similar between these two. You have the dual main thrusters and the 2 turbo thrusters. This one here looks like it has wind brakes on it, though, which is kind of a nice design. And 4 little storage pods here. And, of course, the main dorsal wings. Main difference, of course, being that the aerodynamics on this vehicle leaves a lot to be desired versus the Uafucus. Whereas the Uafucus is more streamlined. One moment, folks. The Ezakitac is more of a pure-on storage shuttle, which is a nice touch. And there's the Y-wing fighter I've actually been looking at. I might do a Starship Showdown on that ship in the future here. On to the test further. Damage potential on this is 1716.8. Shield absorb 1.7. Hyperdrive range is 107.3. Maneuverability is 247.8. Now that is marked down from the Uafucus. I believe that is because I had the photonic core on it versus this shuttle here, which does not have it. I try to test these ships out as bone stock as humanly possible, but forgive me. This is a relatively new test, and I was testing the ship of my own, which, as I mentioned, is no longer available as of the next update. Now on to the flight test. We have a ship here that has the potential to be very fast, but unfortunately lacks a lot of the maneuverability that the Uafucus has. The Goose Cruiser is faster, but noticeably a lot slower in comparison. Fly down to this little valley here. Now, for those of you that watch the Amino Olympics, this is how I actually invented the low atmosphere flight race in the Amino Olympics standings, which I'm quite proud of that I innovated. And hopefully No Man's Sky in the future can implement some race tactics here where we actually can race with each other in low flight as we can on the ground. Getting up into the atmosphere, this ship only has photon cannons, no phase beams, which it seems like since Next and Beyond they kind of taking out the phase beam options for ships like this. Shuttles aren't supposed to be your main ship, they're kind of a secondary lander of sorts. They're designed to go fast, if you make them fast. I was gonna say most of them are actually quite slow, and land consistently. Which, with this ship here, has the S-Class launch system recharger, which will recharge the landing thruster on this automatically in sunlight. It's a great modification. I recommend it to anyone that has a daily ship that they use in this game. to get a hold of and equip one. It is a dehydrogen savior, that's for sure. Flying back down to the planet random now. I like this ship. I like the coloring on it. The thrusters are just like my previous ship. He has like those little glowing blue lights on the thrusters himself, which is kind of an interesting touch. I'd prefer not to land on the UA focus. I'll land back down on the ground. Now, Aloe has plenty of shuttles, and I might do further testing on the other shuttles as I see fit in this system. Let me know what you think of the Ezakitac JD-5. Leave a comment on whichever shuttle you prefer. And tune in to the Amino Wikia to see the overall winner of this event and my next feature shuttle. Take care, guys. Have a good one.